Not the power of propaganda, but the power of choosing topics that people have to deal with in an honest way, in an intellectually honest way. That is the power that teachers at a university have, and I wish that more teachers would use it. I know a lot of people do use that, and our films have become a way of people who may not have the expertise to be able to deal with a particular topic, of a way of actually introducing that topic in. And so our films, I think, have opened up the space for discussions that otherwise actually would not have taken place. And in one sense, when we look at, I think when you think about pedagogy, the issue is always about audiences. Well, who is your audience? Who are you trying to reach? And if in a classroom like this, I'm not going to talk about this audience, in a classroom like this, but in one sense, the MEF audience, we kind of joke about it. The MEF audience is actually that kid. I've actually gendered it over the years. It's normally a guy sitting there in his baseball cap, might belong to one of the frats, and he's really trying not to pay attention. And in the old days, he'll be reading a newspaper. Nowadays, it's on his Facebook page, just trying to, he's just trying not to, thinking that if he just was in the classroom somehow, he would, by osmosis, that he would learn something. And I think what the role of teaching is not to give up on that back row, but it's to reach into the back row. But it's to get him to look up from his Facebook page for a second and say, oh, hold on, this looks kind of interesting, or this is, I wouldn't say interesting, this looks relevant. And to start thinking about the issues that you want them to talk about. That's where politics takes place. That's where transformative pedagogy takes place. It also takes place in the front row, in the middle row. People are in different parts of the room for different reasons, and you have to, people in the front are there for a different kind of reason, and you have to be able to talk to them as well and make it transformative for them as well. And that requires a strategy of pedagogy. That requires us to think about these things in ways that we have never been encouraged to think. There is, by the way, there is no guarantee of success. Right? If you want guarantee, just speak to people who already agree with you, and then you'll have total guarantee. You'll have total, everyone will agree with you, and you'll have zero transformation, and you'll have total guarantee. Politics is about no guarantees. That was Stuart Hall's famous phrase. No guarantees. But there is no possibility of transformation without struggle. There's no guarantee that the struggle will work. How well we do that, how well we do that work